Hey guys, what's up? Today I decided to tell a story, another lifeguarding story that happened this past this past summer that I thought was pretty funny. Actually, no, it was 2 summers ago now. Anyway, I think it's one of the funniest stories I can think of right now. It has to do with a sub lifeguard. Basically, when one lifeguard's gone, you have someone sub in for their place, and there's a whole list of people that usually it's like on a paper or something that is in every guard office or in the company. So like we have it, like for example, like in our guard office, we have it on like this side, like the wall, like on one of the like the whiteboards or whatever. And you can basically anytime you need a sub, you just call in, or you call one of the numbers, and hopefully they can sub in for you, and it's really not that hard. However, once college starts to approach, like most of the kids who are on the sub list go to in college, so they end up going back to school, or they just can't do it, or stuff like that. So it becomes harder and harder once the summer ends to find a sub. And so usually if you can't find a sub, the company tries to help you find one, and that's where that's where it gets a little shitty, because they usually just pick whoever they can find, and it's usually not someone that's that good. And that's what this story is about. So I think it was 2 summers ago. I don't remember who was getting subbed for, but I just remember we were getting a sub, and they called us ahead of time. We're like, I'll call this dude Jeff. So they basically, the company calls us, and they're like, yeah, Jeff's gonna be coming in, gonna be subbing for for whoever today, and just know that he's probably gonna come at least like 30 minutes late. Just expect it. And we're like, why? He's like, no, just no reason. He just never shows up on time. And I'm like, great. Now we don't have a guard that shows up on first of all, we were like low on staff, so we didn't have any guards, and he was like our last guard that we needed, and he wasn't there. Also, it was the manager on duty was also a sub, and he was just no one liked him, and he was just really like controlling, and it was a pain. So anyway, he finally shows up like 30 minutes later, and we're like where the fuck was this dude? Like honestly, like I looked in his car, and it was like it was hotbox. Like it was literally like a hotbox in his car. And he walks out, he gets in, he picks me up from the chair, like he relieves me from the chair, and he's like, "What's up, man?" Like, name's Jeff. And I'm like, "Hey man, what's up? Like, good to see you. Like we need a sub." And he's like, "Yeah, cool. Whatever." And then just like gets in the chair, and didn't really think much of it. Then I look back to see like if he made it into the chair successfully, and he's on his phone. Like that's the worst thing you can do while lifeguarding, is being on your phone, and like being on your phone in the chair. That's like, you get fired for doing that. And yeah, he was just on his phone the whole time, and we're like, dude, what the hell? Like, you need to get off your phone. And he just wouldn't do it. He just stayed on his phone the whole time. And of course our manager was just like a complete control freak, and just was telling him off, and like was threatening to call the company and stuff like that, and he just didn't care. Like honestly, I thought it was kind of funny that he just didn't care at all. But yeah, that and then he finally gets down. He doesn't even come in the office. He goes back and just like he goes back into like the pavilion area, that we have like this pavilion area in the back of the pool, and he just sits there for a while and just does his own shit, and we're like, all right, whatever. But yeah, and then he like ate all our ice cream and stuff, and that's about it. That's pretty much all that happened with this guard. But he just didn't give a fuck, and I thought that was the coolest thing at the time. And everyone hated him. And after that, like, I don't think I ever saw him again. He's still on the list. Like, they always just put his name on the list, but it's almost like a constant joke now that, like, oh, let's get Jeff now. Let's get Jeff to come sub for me. Like, there's always Jeff to sub. And it's just a funny joke that, that never really gets a laugh from most people. So, because, we know that he's such a shitty lifeguard. But yeah, that was the story for today. I hope you guys liked it. If you want more, just please subscribe, and I'll be trying to make more of these as soon as I can. See ya.